Before the war, I had a life. Before the war, I had a wife. Before the bullets fell like rain. For I suffered never-ending pain. Before the war, it all seemed right. Before the war, much love and light. Before I was a puppet. Before I killed for
Probably about 5. What happened is when I was growing up, at nighttime in my house, we would sing to our parents. And I would sing to my father and my mother while they sat in the living room, and we kind of started there. And my father would get up at the end of the night and sing to us. So we did that, and when we realized we can sing, and my brothers and I had a group together, and we sang around the island, different stage shows. And that is basically how we started off.
The wrongs I've loved, they've left me bare. These four walls are cold, they stare. Before the war.
Yeah, my great-grandparents are Ethiopian. My great-grandfather is Ethiopian. So Adowa is an Ethiopian name. Plus, there was the Battle of Adowa between the Italians and the Ethiopians, in which the Italians came blessed by the Pope with the guns and arms, and the Ethiopians beat them back with sticks and stones. So it's a victorious thing, you know.
The newsreels once broke the day the leaves get soaked.
Waterlogged Soul Kitchen came out of the whole Katrina tragedy. You know, soul food. We figured since the soul food was all soaked in water, we called it a waterlogged soul kitchen, you know. I mean, although the album references Katrina, it goes above and beyond Katrina, because it's about tragedy all over, like Anthems of Hope would show, you know. It's about victory, you know. And what we try to do is, we try to make the name of the album reflect the kind of album that we were putting out. Because after the second album, The Item, we were sure that we could play reggae music. So what we tried to do on this album was to stretch the music a little bit. You know, though we remain true to the roots of the drum and bass, we added violins and cellos into the music to kind of expand it a little bit, you know, so people could see the growth of the music. Because I think if you do the same thing over and over, you know, people kind of get tired of it. They need to see you stretching a little bit, and that is what Waterlogged Soul Kitchen is, you know.
A hurricane's destruction, floods, earthquakes, and flus, color-coded fear. The ice caps disappear. Bankers, robbers, money, slogans everywhere. We need anthems of hope. No alarms, no warnings. Anthems of hope. No alarms, no warnings.
Well, you know, it's not a thing you become. It's a thing you have to realize. Because contrary to popular belief, we're born in righteousness and not in sin. And Rastafari is righteousness. So it's a matter of realizing who you are, you know? Coming to realize that salvation is within and not without. Because Rastafari is an I and I philosophy, where I the physical and I the spiritual is one, you know? And as soon as you realize that, then you're Rasta, you know?
By red live green, we need anthems of hope. No alarms, no warnings.
The way to the future, unless we learn to love each other and see Christ within each one, then we're doomed, you know? Rastafari is the future, you know? Because the Bible says that Christ shall return, and Christ has returned, and we need to realize that. And as soon as we realize that, then everything all right, you know? Yes.
No alarms, no alarms.
Typical Caribbean life, you know, as a child, run around, you know, not having to worry about anything, play some football, get on the beach, you know, juggle with my friends. Same basic life, but you know, the thing about St. Lucia, it doesn't exist in a bubble. So whatever happens in different parts of the world affects what happens in St. Lucia. And we're paying $17 for a gallon of gas. So obviously we're affected by what happens in the rest of the world, you know. But what I can tell you is people are the same wherever you go. People in St. Lucia and the people here, exactly the same. We all have the same problems. So St. Lucian problems are actually world problems, you know. It's just that we're situated in a different part of the world, and that is it, yeah.
Imploring the skies for an answer, 'cause no one on earth here would help. See the soldiers had stolen their laughter, what a murderous sin they've been dealt. Someone planted a seed, weeded and watered with greed, your malignant seed. The ganja weed.
Yeah, I mean, the ganja weed is the name of an actual organization in sub-Saharan Africa that brutalizes and kills the people because they do not subscribe to their point of view, you know. And ganja weed literally means the devils who ride on horseback. And a lot of people didn't know about it. So we figured we'd put it out and let people know, because if you compare ganja weed to ganja weed, it's kind of close. But we wanted ganja weed to be the good seed and ganja weed to be the bad seed. So we called it a malignant seed, the ganja weed. You know, and that is the story of the ganja weed. Yeah, man.
'Cause my mother couldn't escape. See, I'm the consequence of war. See, I'm a child of this horror.
Well, I don't see them as fans, you know, I see them as my friends, you know, because this is just my job. Another man have a different thing to do. And somebody have to wake the town and tell the people. So like I always say to everybody, the message is simple. Love your neighbor as yourself. And sometimes simplicity can be the most complicated thing. But you have to put aside the system that's set up to divide us. Because we actually are the same person. We're more similar than we're different. So people have to, there's a line in a song on Angry Language that say, seek the spaces, you know, in your thought to unlearn what you've been taught. And we need to spend some time, we have to be still and know that we're actually spiritual beings on a human journey. And if we seek our higher self from our lower self, we will get to the place we need to get to. And then nobody will have to tell anybody anything. Because you know what? In everything that you're going to do, if you tap inside, your mind will always lead you to the right road from the wrong road. Nobody have to tell you right from wrong. It's an inborn thing. And if you tap yourself, you'll find it. And that is the message. Seek the spaces in your thought to unlearn what you've been taught. You know?
You can decipher my silence. It tells a tale of violence, of anger and of lust. You're never-mentally unjust. And whose bride am I? Whose? There's no parent to go home to. I'm like a shadow of a bird. I'm seldom seen, I'm never heard.
Yes, yes, yes.